Hey there, fellow classic comic collectors. As always, I'm Scott Harris King, and today I'm super excited, finally announcing that my new comic, The Crimebusters issue number 4, is coming to Kickstarter on May 15. This is one I've been working on for a long time. The Kickstarter for issue 3 ended in January of last year. Since then, I put out another comic, Cthulhu vs. Uncle Sam #1, but honestly, it's just taken me so long to do it. I've had a lot of health issues. This issue is 36 pages long, and I drew the entire issue lying down because I have to spend a lot of time lying down. That's why you see me on the couch so much, with the pillows behind me. So yeah, all 36 issues completely drawn while lying down, so that it's much slower. It just takes a lot of effort, but finally done with it. As I'm recording this video, I've got a few finishing touches, but it'll be 100% done before May 15th. So we're finally ready to bring it to Kickstarter. And I've been working on this story a long time. Like all the issues of Crimebusters, it's very personal. I try to make it very fun for those who haven't read Crimebusters. It's kind of like Scooby-Doo meets Cthulhu, teen detectives investigating supernatural mysteries, and I try and have a lot of fun with it. But I also, I always believe that all stories have to be about something or else they're not stories. So they are about different things, and this is another issue that has some very personal stuff in it for me. So I'm just really excited to finally get this out of my head and onto the paper and out to you guys. So I'm really excited. Now, I'm going to put up on the screen here some of the covers. As always, I'm doing 4 covers. Every issue I do 4 covers. There's the regular cover here, which I'll show you for Crimebusters number 4. As you can see, this is a Christmas themed issue. I was really hoping to get it out before Christmas last year, but that just didn't really work out. And the title is Krampus on Campus, and basically one of the other students at the college they go to is possessed by the spirit of Krampus, and then bedlam ensues, and they have to help Santa save Christmas. So here's the regular cover, but with the Christmas theme, I'm having a lot of fun with it. And so here's the Kickstarter exclusive variant cover, which, as you can see, is an homage to the Marvel Super Treasury Edition, the superhero holiday grab bag. Those are so cool, and I always really liked this cover in particular with the Christmas tree. So I did my own homage version of it where Chuck and Trixie and Vera, the Crimebusters, are there in the scene instead of the Marvel characters. This, as I mentioned, it's Kickstarter exclusive, so this is something you can only get if you back the Kickstarter. It's the same price as the regular edition, and it does continue the numbering from Boy Comics. So if you're interested in this, you want to back the Kickstarter, because this is one that I don't sell anywhere else other than on the Kickstarter. Now, I just mentioned Boy Comics. You guys who have been watching my channel for a long time know that I'm a huge fan of the Golden Age series, Boy Comics, and Crimebusters is a continuation of that series. So every issue I have a Boy Comics variant cover. Here it is here. And you can see this time around I'm paying homage to original Boy Comics artist Joe Kubert. Now, Joe Kubert drew some of the last few issues of Boy Comics in the 1950s before the company went out of business. And so since there's a flashback in this issue to some stuff that happens in World War II, I thought it would be fun to do Joe Kubert World War II style cover. He has dozens and dozens of these covers where the characters, the good guys, think that everything's totally fine, but we, the reader, can see that they're about to get ambushed by the Nazis. So I wanted to do that as an homage to Joe Kubert. I had a lot of fun drawing this cover. And as you can see, I'm carrying the numbering. Crimebusters continues the continuity from the Crimebuster strip in Boy Comics. The last issue of that was 119. So here we are in issue 123. And then finally, as you know, with Crimebusters, I introduced a new partner for Crimebuster. That's Trixie Trouble, and she's a classic, amateur sleuth, sort of in the mold of a Nancy Drew or Trixie Belden or Veronica Mars sort of character. So I figured, well, since we're doing the Boy Comics variant every issue that focuses on Chuck, we're going to do a variant, the Trixie's Mysteries variant. So that this is it here. And every issue I put on one of these with the book cover, it's designed to look like a Nancy Drew book cover. And I have a different guest artist do the cover for each one. This cover is done by a new artist by the name of Soapy. That's her, like her nom de plume, nom de guerre, her pseudonym. Her real name is Sophia Asbury, but she goes by Soapy. And I'm going to have a whole interview with her. She's currently actually studying comic creating at college and getting a degree in comics, which I think is so cool. So I have a whole interview. Will be at sometime in May. We'll be posting that where we talk to her about this cover and about her process. But here's the Trixie's Mysteries cover. So all of these will be available on the Kickstarter. Again, it's May 15. Now, I have a link down below. You can actually go to the Kickstarter page now. There's a button there if you go there that says notify me on launch. So if you go to that page and click the notify me on launch, you'll be guaranteed not to miss the campaign, because what'll happen is as soon as I hit the go button and it launches, Kickstarter will automatically send you an email to remind you that it exists and that tell you that it's launched. And then at the end of the campaign, if you're still have that button clicked, it'll send you a second email 2 days before the end of the campaign to remind you that the campaign is ending. So it's really helpful to me for if people hit that button and if they're going to back, and there's no pressure, of course, on anybody to back it. This is something that I do out of love. I don't, expect to make any money on it. And anytime anybody reads it, I'm very excited, because it's just, it's a real labor of love for me. But the Kickstarter has their own algorithms, right? And so they look at how many backers and how much backing and how much support you get at the beginning of the campaign. That helps determine whether they're going to share the campaign on the different parts in their feeds and their own newsletters with people. So it's really helpful to get people signed up in advance, and if people are going to back, if they back it at the beginning of the campaign, so that it triggers those algorithms and lets Kickstarter know that people are actually buying this. So there's a bit of a snowball effect. So again, I don't expect any of you to, back this, but if you want to, if this looks like something that you think is cool, then I encourage you to click on the link down below and go there and hit the notify me button and get in. Another reason that you might want to back early is because in case you missed it, I'm going to have the Cthulhu versus Uncle Sam issues also available as add-ons. So when you go in, when you select your thing, there's going to be Kickstarter's doing a thing now where after you've pledged, there's another screen that comes up asking if you want to add anything on. And so I'm going to have Cthulhu versus Uncle Sam. Now, for the regular edition like this, it's no problem. I got plenty of copies. However, I had a number of limited variant covers for Cthulhu versus Uncle Sam. And those are going to be in very limited quantities because I only have a few copies of some of them left, right? So if you wanted to get those variants as an add-on for the Crimebusters, let me show you some of them here. There is the Adventures into the Unknown variant, where I've revived the numbering and the logo from the classic AGC series. There is the Cthulhu Wants You propaganda poster variant, and then the Incredible Cthulhu Hulk 181 homage variant. And this one in particular, I've only got a handful of copies left. So basically, if you wanted to get those as add-ons, you'd want to back the project early because they're in very limited supply, and once they're gone, they're going to be gone. And I'm also going to have available in more quantity the first 3 issues of Crimebusters. So we got the Crimebusters #1 and the Crimebusters #2. And of course, I've also got the Crimebusters #3. So if you missed the first 3 issues and you're interested in these will all be available. There'll be reward levels where you can get the pack of all 4, and you can add on whichever of the variant covers from this that you want. It's got, the Boy Comics variants for the first 3 issues also going to be available, stuff like that. So if you did miss those, now the first 3 issues of Crimebusters are in black and white, but I'm also excited for this because this is the first issue of Crimebusters where I'm doing the whole thing completely in color. I'm going to put up on screen. You can see a comparison of the pages. I draw in the Archie style. You could probably tell that from the art here. And so it's intentionally a very sort of flat coloring style to make it look like the old school Archie comics. I'm super excited by how it came out. I think it looks really cool. I've always liked black and white, so I didn't really think I needed to spend the money to get a colorist and do it in color. But after Cthulhu versus Uncle Sam looked so cool in color, I decided to try it for Crimebusters, and I love it. It's much cooler looking than I was expecting. Makes the art look so much better. So very excited that this new issue 4 is in color. I'm working on getting the previous ones colorized down the road for the trade paperback, and maybe for another project that I'll announce later this year. But for now, if you wanted to check out Crimebusters, number 4 is going to be kickstarting May 15. You'll be able to get all the previous issues, all the Uncle Sam stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm just rambling on, and I don't mean this to be a big sales pitch, because again, I never expect anyone to read the comics or, support me or buy the comics. But I know some of you have in the past, and I'm so appreciative of it. I want you to know first that this is coming. So this is coming. So May 15, again, the link is down below. You'll be seeing more videos once the project goes live. I'll probably do another live stream the night that it goes live. I've been doing those, sort of a launch party live stream that'll be on May 15. And then I'll probably have a couple more, like the interviews with Sophia and some other videos that to take place during the campaign. So for that block from May to June, you'll be seeing more of the comic making videos, in addition to the regular haul videos and stuff like that. But I'm just really excited. I've been really buckled down. It's part of the reason why you haven't seen the next trading challenge. Is all of this sort of came together. I was expecting the colorist to take a month or 2 months to do it, and it turned out she only needed like 4 days to do all the colors. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I had 36 pages of that needed to be worked on. But I'm almost unburied myself from that, and I'm just really, really excited. That's why I just keep rambling. So Crimebusters number 4, Krampus on Campus, May 15th. Thanks so much for listening to me ramble and all the support, you guys, and it really means a lot to me. Again, no pressure. You don't need to back it. It's totally fine if you don't. It's totally cool. It's not for everybody. But if you're a fan of Golden Age comics, you're a fan of the Three Investigators or Scooby-Doo, if you're a fan of like Cthulhu mythos, the mythos element is light, but it's definitely there and it's building. So, you might like it. So anyway, check it out down below. Let me know in the comments what you think down below. If there's anything you want to see in future issues, whatever. And that's it. Thanks very much. I'll see you next time.